Hello everyone, this is Pungz, Pungz, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title, the picture, the everything, we are going to be talking about JYP's VCHA, their international girl group. Let's just jump into the tea. We have a lot of questions circulating around. Like, obviously, it's one, it's one of the biggest questions in K-pop is, what are the contracts like? Do they like their contract or not? Is that what they want to do? Are they secretly being mistreated behind the scenes? What is it looking like for them? What's going on? So, especially VCHA has been brought into question, especially because their youngest member, Mangne, is quite literally on hiatus right now due to injury, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, we're just gonna jump into it, and starting off with the first question is, at least as a collective, how do they feel about their contract? So the cards read as follows: 10 of Pentacles, King of Cups, Hierophant, 10 of Swords, overall bottom, Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, the Devil, Justice, 8 of Swords, and what's this? The 7 of Wands? Indeed. Okay. So to me, this strikes me as there are some of them, if at least the larger majority of the group, which, there's not too many of them, but the majority of the group feels pretty good about the contract. They like the vibes, they like the odds, they feel like, okay, we should be receiving royalties forever or for a very, very long time, just as long as things go well as they do. They feel like they were being very honest and transparent with them about a lot of pieces in the contract. I would even dare to say there could have been one or two parents, a set of parents, or some of the girls, came together. They got some legal advice to help them really suss out what it means and what was going on. I do have some concerns here about the length of their contract. There's something here about the length. So I don't know if that necessarily reads as it's too long, but something about it still feels like it might not necessarily adhere to the standard. And this just could be a thing because JYP as an entity has updated their artist contracts and just how that goes. But for sure, looking here, there is at least one person who feels like they didn't get the best end of the stick, especially when it comes to the contract. I'm hearing a very specific name in my head. But I'm not just gonna throw that out there because who knows. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone as that does. But for sure, just to summarize, I would say they collectively feel pretty okay with it. I wonder about length, for sure, and I wonder if there's one of them who might have been dealt something differently than the others. Like they might have had small provisions changed, and maybe they were just encouraged not to talk about what that means. I'm also seeing here 4 of Swords. For sure, this could mean that, some of them are, a little bit surprised at maybe just how much work they're having to put in for this process, because maybe that was just not what they expected. But thus, I would say some of it is part of what comes with the industry, but, yikes. You know what I mean? We're going to leave that there, and we'll be right back with the next question. Okay, so I'm not sure if VCHA was confirmed to have a comeback soon, but at the time this video was recorded, which is the 20th of July, by the way, 2024, let's just read straight into it. 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords. So to me this reads as, what's the next water sign coming up? Possibly Scorpio season, the 8th month, August, what's the next air sign coming? Oh gosh, normally I do this in writing, guys, you'll have to forgive me. So for sure, the next air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, there we go. So for sure, it's looking like fall is kind of confirmed toward this, leaning that direction. But there's also, of course, the literal numbers, the 4th month and the 8th month. But I would say, it's quite a bit of time to pass if we were to wait for April of next year. But there is a strange energy surrounding this, the Hangman and the Ace of Cups. The Hermit peeking out is there could have been some slowed progress, or things have possibly had to halt or stop, possibly due to their Mangne being on hiatus, and maybe they want to wait for her until their next comeback, or they might just decide to move forward. But it more so feels like they're kind of putting things on pause. I also wonder if they have considered being in talks of, maybe recruiting some other foreign girls. Maybe not necessarily to be in VCHA, but maybe if they're thinking they want to go ahead and just plan for the next try for an international girl group. I don't really love how that sounds, but of course, it's just interpretations. Tarot is all subjective. So, be right back for the next question. And okay, so this should be our second to last question until we actually get to their career predictions from this moment right now up until 2025, like the very beginning energies. So, it's just how has each girl been feeling recently. So starting off with Miss Lexi, the overall card, by the way, is the Three of Swords. For Miss Lexi, it seems like she is very much in this Five of Wands energy. So I wonder if she's just been having issues with her confidence. But this card could also insinuate arguing or feeling singled out, bullying for sure. So this makes me wonder what her relationship is. Maybe not just to the other girls, but maybe some of the other people they've had to deal with are other adults, which, that's a big yikes. Don't love that. For Miss Camilla, we have the Four of Cups here for sure. She seems to be a little bit sad. She's doing her best to adjust. I can feel a little bit of homesickness coming from this. So, that makes me sad for her. I hope that gets better, or she could at least see or have some more contact with her family. But as they do right now, they're working very much so. We have Miss Kendall, the Four of Pentacles. So it seems like she doesn't necessarily feel any type of way, because any sort of feeling she's taking head on and she's absorbing them inside of her. So they're kind of a little bit bottled up. So at least kind of on the outside, she's not really emoting too much of what's going on. She's just kind of handling her business and doing what she has to do. But on the inside, I would dare to say she has not even begun to really register any feelings or difficulties she's been enduring. Yikes, don't love that for her. Next, we have Miss Savannah, the World Reversed. I would say maybe she could be having I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but maybe just some issues adjusting to culture right now. Just culture, not necessarily just Korean culture, but the nature of how things are going on around them, and just feeling a little bit jaded and probably a little bit out of place. So this makes me worried if she's heard any weird things or people have been rude to them, but thus, we can only hope for the best. Of course, predictions. Next we have Miss KG, King of Swords. It seems like she's moving pretty strategically with how things are right now. I would dare to say if she's having any sort of difficult feelings or moments of weakness, or whatever she might call moments of weakness that could be attributed to emotion, she's kind of holding it down and holding it inside, and she knows exactly when and where to release it. I can see a lot of phone calls happening back home where maybe she might feel a little bit more comfortable to speak her truth on how she's feeling specifically, but otherwise, her game face is on. Her game face is on very much right now. Usually just about at all times. And of course, last but not least, Miss Kaylee, the Ten of Wands, which suggests burden. Suggests a lot of burden. So maybe whatever she's going through, possibly with physical illness or maybe mental illness, homesickness, or just difficulties in her home life, now that hopefully she's back home trying to heal, it seems like things are still quite difficult and debilitating for her. And this overall Three of Swords to me just indicates that it doesn't mean that the girls are not friends, but it more so indicates to me that they are not necessarily expressing their largest troubles to each other, because they're all seeming to kind of go through their own things right now. They're going through their own things and they're trying to handle it in their own ways. So thus, maybe it might be good for somebody to suggest to them to unite a little bit on that front, meaning they can lean on each other. That doesn't mean they don't lean on each other as friends, of course. But hey, that's on that. I'm going to clean this all up, and then we're going to talk about what's going on with them, just all in general, but especially career-wise for, these next two periods leading into, the new year. Okay, so first quarter coming up for VCHA, Four of Swords, the Four of Swords again, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. The final quarter leading into the new year is the Eight of Wands, reverse Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Overall bottom, Eight of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Star, Two of Cups, King of Swords, and the Two of Wands. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love these energies for them, but let's get into it. Also, there is one member who might be talking to somebody right now romantically. It's Lexi. I know I said I was not gonna be saying no names, but you know, take that with what you will. Okay. First quarter starting off, it seems like for sure the girls are dealing with a lot of exhaustion. They're dealing with a lot of exhaustion. They're working very, very much hard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were not to see potentially another injury. There's somebody who is right now possibly sitting on and nursing an injury, and she has not said anything about it aggravating her, which is a very bad thing. And she needs to say something, but I think she's afraid of upsetting the balance of what's going on, so I don't really like that for her, so I hope that gets better. Yikes on that one. Some of them are really missing home right now, or will be really missing home during this period of time. I suppose it makes sense because at least in the Americas, it's getting close to the holidays coming soon at some point in this quarter. So from now to October, the 10th month. Gracious English. Anyways, it seems like we might see a lot of this difficulty getting ready to incite a massive change going on, possibly within how their group is ran or the structure, maybe something with the management. I don't really like that very much for them. One positive thing I can say is there will be somebody with major air placements who possibly could be getting a solo, not necessarily a whole solo comeback, but maybe something fun and nice, like she's able to release a cover or show some more of herself and her personality, or go participate in a particular program. KG. Anyways, leading into the next quarter, what I'm seeing here is it's just not looking too great for them coming along, for real. Yet again, it just might seem like they might not even have as much time to contact their families as much, or at least during this time, communication is going to be kind of a difficult thing for them to approach and deal with at the time. Some of them are starting to wonder, like, was this the right decision for me to make, especially at such a young age type situation. They might be feeling like, man, what if there is something that I wanted to do, try, or explore, and was this the right choice for me sort of situation. There will be something possibly that will come through and make things possibly feel a little better, and will probably lift their spirits and lift their mood. Ace of Pentacles. This could just be something as little as, them being granted the chance to go spend time with their family over the holidays, which, I like how that sounds for them. But otherwise, I'm not seeing too much new or special going on here work-wise for them, other than that we could see some more evolution of their personalities and integrating themselves into the public eye. I'm seeing some strong Aquarius here, so there could be a golden opportunity that'll come through that will allow them to, like I said, show themselves some more. But this Eight of Swords energy that I'm seeing here seems like it's going to kind of continue to drain them and put them to the test to see if this is something that they can really handle and keep going with, or it's just kind of a make or break situation. And like I said, with some members at least forming new relationships, if it's not like a romantic or flirting situation. Two of Cups right here, Page of Pentacles. I would not be surprised. Maybe that means they just happen to meet another trainee or something like that. I don't know if I would necessarily chalk it up to them meeting any other idols in the company right now, because that I know of, VCHA's real young. But listen, baby, maybe that's just because I'm old, but still, side eye, shiesty. I hope that goes well for her and it's not a weird situation, though. But anyways, I guess to wrap this up, I'm not loving how this looks for them, but I feel like we will see things looking up for them at least towards the end of the year, leading into the next quarter. Things are just not that great right now. Some things got upset. The balance is a little bit messed up, but it will all come together. One more peeking card here. The Fool. So yeah, there might just be a change that might feel spontaneous, or might feel like it was granted to them suddenly and randomly. Yet again, Aquarius energy and opportunity that they will be able to jump on that will catapult them further, hopefully into being able to do some great things or show more of their personality. Thus, I don't know. Wish them luck and let me know what you guys think. Run over to my blog or run down to the comments and leave me a comment. Tell me what other groups, whether they're under JYP or just other idols, who should I do readings for? Give me a like if you'd like to. Run over to the blog and read some more about VCHA and other K-pop idols if you'd like. Subscribe. Yeah, that's all I got. If you can't get down with it, get down. Don't get down with Pungz. I know.